21-year-old university student Libby Squire was enjoying an evening out with friends on January 31, 2019. Around 11 p.m. Libby attempted to visit the Welly nightclub, but having drunk a little too much that evening was refused entry. Libby's friends called a cab and Libby got in the cab to make the 2-mile journey back to her student house, alone. Libby lives in Hull, England. Her accommodation is nearby to the university she attends. She is in the second year of a philosophy and religion degree at Hull University. The cab drops Libby off outside her home, but according to a neighbor, Libby fails to go in the house and is seen falling over several times before walking away. A CCTV camera sees Libby on the main road near to her home. She is sat on a bench when a person stops and asks if she is okay. She responds saying she is fine. The person then drives away. At 12:09 a.m., Libby is seen walking away, and this is the last sighting of her. At 12:30 a.m., a resident nearby tells police she heard a blood-curdling scream followed by several voices. Because the resident lives in a location near to bars, she dismisses it as the usual shenanigans of drunken students making their way home. The following day, and none of Libby's friends are able to make contact with her, and an alert is raised. Police begin investigating and find that Libby did not take her mobile phone out with her that evening. This poses a challenge for investigators as vital cell location data is unavailable. With bad weather conditions and sub-zero temperatures, there is great concern for Libby's safety. Police begin to search the areas around Libby's house and use tracker dogs to try and trace her last steps. A large park is near to where Libby was last seen. Police begin to concentrate on searching the terrain, lakes, and drains despite the adverse weather conditions. Extra officers are drafted in to conduct door-to-door searches. Initial thoughts are that Libby may have succumbed to the weather after seeking out shelter in a shed or garden. Police find a discarded lip gloss and hammer near Libby's accommodation, but police quickly eliminate this as unrelated. Libby's friends gather at the university to organize searches, but no trace of Libby is found. Libby's parents make a televised plea for help in finding their daughter. "Libby, my darling pie, we just want to know that you are safe. Please get in touch with us any way you can. The whole family is missing you, especially me and your dad, your sisters and your brother. I miss you so much, it's breaking my heart not knowing where you are. I love you." The police ask the public for any information relating to the disappearance. At this point they have eliminated the cab driver and the person who stopped to speak to Libby as persons of interest. Day 6 of Libby's disappearance, and police announce they have arrested a 24-year-old local man on the suspicion of abduction. They remove his vehicle and forensic teams search his property. The police do not confirm the identity of the person arrested, but neighbors disclose to the media the identity of the man arrested. He is described as a married man with 2 young children, a factory worker and of Polish descent who relocated to the UK 5 years ago. His mother has told press that her son is innocent. He only gave Libby a ride home as she was in distress. Police have only confirmed that they have been granted an extension to question the suspect further. Officers have continued to search the park area close to Libby's accommodation and blocked access to the public accessing the area. On the 8th day of her disappearance there are no further developments. CCTV has been released via news outlets purporting that a man was near the vicinity of Libby that evening. He is seen leaving his vehicle, then returning with what appears to be a passenger. CCTV captures a vehicle identical to the suspect's parked in a dead-end street at 12:01 a.m., yards from where Libby was last seen. The lone person appears to have a cigarette, then walks away, then reappears and places something or someone into the passenger side of the vehicle. A cobweb is obscuring the camera view. Could this be the suspect the police are investigating? This is a side-by-side comparison of the suspect. Could this be Libby? This is his vehicle that was towed away by police. 20 minutes later the same vehicle is seen traveling down Newland Avenue. This is the same street in which the suspect lives and half a mile from Libby's last known location. Where is Libby? Why did she not enter her accommodation? What propelled her to wander the streets on a cold winter's evening? Did she lose her keys? Was she hoping to find her friends? Despite extensive searches of the local area and relentless appeals for information, Libby has still not been found. Investigators are running out of time to detain the suspect. Without direct evidence or a confession, he faces being released. Updates to follow.